How much did your last Uber ride, hotel room, airline ticket, or Starbucks coffee cost? No cheating. If you had to submit it on an expense report, that doesn't count. Now, what company have you recently engaged with that left you sitting on hold for customer service, or didn't get back to you quickly, or shipped the wrong product and the return process was a nightmare? I'm betting you remember the brand names of the latter ones, those experiences much more vividly than the previous, and you aren't afraid to share them either. Recent snafus caused by subpar customer experience, CX, have made national and in some cases international news, including, for example, United Airlines, which dragged a passenger off one of its airplanes, and Wells Fargo, which signed up people for additional accounts without their consent, which erased quite quickly, I might add, much of the goodwill that these well-respected brands and their CX efforts had built up over many decades. Current research shows that more than 70% of customers look to customer reviews as the number one source when they are deciding among different brands and products. That is why this growth path can be so unforgiving. We will forever have those negative customer experience images burned in our memory and our conversations and memorialized on the web, which means that those companies have to spend much more to win us back than they did to acquire us in the first place. Customer experience is the sum of all of a brand's touchpoints, both online and offline, through both human representatives and now technology, such as bots, artificial intelligence, and things. What is customer experience? For the purposes of Growth IQ, customer experience is centered on the interactions between companies and their customers. A brand promise is what you say about your company. Customer experiences will impact what they, customers, say about your company. In principle, customer experience is based on the feelings that arise once customers engage with your products, employees, and various sales, service, and marketing channels. Don't make the mistake of thinking that because you have a focus on improving CX, you are actually on the customer experience path. Using CX as a catalyst for growth is very different from focusing solely on improving specific metrics within a few groups. More than any other revolution in the last century, the shift in customer expectations is proving to upend everything we think we know about business growth. The true source of competitive differentiation in the 21st century is customer experience. Unfortunately, many companies lose sight of CX and still have a narrow view of the drivers in delivering a compelling CX. Mostly because, one, they don't agree on what a compelling CX actually is. Two, they don't have a formal key performance indicator, KPI, to manage and track performance against. And three, there is no one owner of CX, but rather many roles or people or functions responsible for pieces and parts of it. I'm sure you are familiar with the saying, if you can't measure it, you can't improve it. And if you agree with that statement, the focus on CX should therefore result in a push toward ways in which CX efforts can be measured for the purposes of improvement, in the eyes of the customer, not the business itself. Gillette has lost U.S. market share for 6 straight years. Its share of the men's razors business fell to 54% in 2016, down from 59% in 2015, and more than 70% in 2010. This was driven by low-cost subscription services, Dollar Shave Club, Harry's Razors, and others. Cost plays an important role in this shift, and quality remains a key element, but experience is a major driver. Companies that adopt the customer experience path need to start by answering the question, who is the customer? This has grown to be an increasingly difficult question to answer because the definition of what a customer is blurring. It is usually a person, of course, but of late, some companies need to consider that a customer could also be a thing, refrigerator, piece of machinery, a chatbot, etc., or even a place, household, automobile, hotel. Gartner predicts that by 2018, 6 billion connected things will be requesting support. Think about it this way. Soon your automobile will not only be able to let you know it needs its oil changed, but it could drive itself to the local auto mechanic to get it done while you are working.